Hey guys, good morning and welcome. It's Monday morning coffee and chat. I hope everyone is doing well. I am hoping that I keep the Wi-Fi the whole time. I do feel like my second camera's lagging a little bit, so we'll see. But thank you for being here. Pull this chair up. Today I have the my camera a little bit further away from me, so I'm kind of feeling you can see my whole house. And it's because what I'm going to be doing today, I don't want, and I can see the light hitting off of everything. What I'm going to be doing today, I don't want the heat to be so close to my camera. I don't know. I don't want anything to happen to it. So we're going to see. But thank you for being here. And Gail, I know Gail's got an appointment, but she's in the chat. She's there for me, and I appreciate that, Gail. And I understand when she gets called, she's going to have to get off. So that's fine. Hey, Mamacita. Thank you, Mom, for being here. Hey, Robin. Welcome. Geneva, thank you. And I think that's all I can see. I'm going to, in a few minutes, I keep seeing like flickering lights. I'm going to make mine, push it in a little bit so I can see a little bit more of the chat and not so much my room, because that bothers me. I want y'all to know. But thank you. Let's see if I can get this. Okay. I'm kind of doing a little balancing act. Hey, Beverly from Creative Notions. Thank you and welcome. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. And for those of you that are grandparent, happy Grandparents' Day. I don't know if it's today exactly or if it was yesterday, but happy Grandparents' Day. Today, we were invited to my grandchildren that live here in Brownsville with us to their school. And it's a new school for them because they've been at another one and their mom switched jobs. So it's their very first one at Pettis Elementary here in Brownsville. And it was really nice. They have a new library that was beautiful. A lot of grandparents were there, and we had some sweet bread or pan dulce and coffee. And the boys got to show us around. We took a great picture. And if you have me on Facebook, you'll see it because it's on Facebook. But it was really a nice thing. And it's the first Grandparents' Day that we've gone to. And at the new school. And the new school felt really nice. And everyone was very welcoming. I worked with several of them before because, I was an assistant principal. And now one of the ladies that's the principal was a friend of mine as an assistant principal. So she got the school, and it's an old school, but they really worked on it, and it looks really good. Hey, Danny, good morning. Carol Coleman. Thank you, Carol, for being here, and welcome. Welcome. But it's nice. They had animals, which, we hadn't had that in a long time. In the library, out in the back, there's like a little yard area. And there's a chicken. It was called like Cluckety Cluck, something like that. Super cute. That in the library there was a rabbit, and it was called Buttercup. There was a goldfish, one like the one that I love with a little Chinese head, a little bubbly head. There was lovebirds. There was several things. A turtle. There was a hermit crab. So my grandkids are like loving it. Those are the things that you can remember. And they have ducks that are always on the campus, and my oldest grandson Connor loves that kind of stuff. So they're enjoying it, and that makes me happy because I have been worried that the transition was going to be a lot for them, but no, they're doing really good, and so I'm really happy for them. Hey, Lucille, thank you for being here. And I'm worried about the vast majority of the room, and I do have my other camera set up, and we'll get to what we're doing in just a few minutes. I've never done what we're doing today, and so I'm kind of a little apprehensive, but we'll talk about it. But I'd just like to go through what I did this last week. I did get the 3D printing vlog out finally. It has been crazy struggle in this house, and I'm not sure what's wrong. I don't know. I'm guessing, honestly, I think it's the Wi-Fi, because we have this Wi-Fi that goes out many times a day. And I think that messes with my 3D printers. It's got to mess with everything, because even my DTF printer, I had to go and like upload something else again. And then the GraphTech cutter, it wasn't cutting. So, I think that it's got to do with a lot of the technology and the electrical components that I have. And it's very annoying. But I'm waiting on an order. Hi, Jennifer. Good morning. Good morning. I'm waiting on an order so that I can get the printers back on. One baby girl, she's doing okay, but she also decides whenever she wants it, she's not going to do anything, and she cuts off. So I don't know. Not that she cuts off, but she'll give an error message. So then it's the same error message, and it's the same error message that Big Boy has. So I don't know. Hey, Nikki, welcome. Thank you. So I'm going to work on them as soon as I get my order in. And right now I'm printing as best I can on one. And one thing I can show you is okay. On the live, I had the Facebook Live on Saturday, which I had to stick to, even though I really wasn't ready, because I'm real easy to say, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. So I'm like, no, I'll do it no matter what I have, what the outcome is. And we had a couple, there was 3, maybe 5 people. And I did really well compared to, not selling anything. It's good. And these ladies are just crazy. And I appreciate that. They're buying. So I did these frogs with magnets in their little feet. And, but I wanted them to be a little bit smaller. So I've been looking. And if I shrink it, and I check to make sure, and I've done it before, the magnet holes get smaller. So I need smaller magnets. Right? But so last night I went back and I printed this one. He's really tiny. And it's from the Flexi factory. And you can put a magnet here, but it's only a magnet right here in the little chest area. And the little paws are not. But it's, if you put the magnet there, it's going to look so cute like that, right? But the other one hangs off of everything because it's got a magnet in each foot. So I'm going to work on it. I'm going to make it smaller, and I'm going to get some smaller magnets. But this one came out super cute. And look what a fine job she did. Whereas the next time I try, guys, it will not work. It'll just come out all wrong. So I don't know. I'm sorry if it goes in and out, but I'm getting like an hourglass telling me to wait. So I don't know what that means. I'm sure you can't see it because it's not in the camera, but I can. And then this light, I wanted to be on this side because I have more room than on the other side, right? Because the other side, I've got the printer behind me, the other laptop, the cutter. So on this side, people go back and forth outside this way. So there's room. So, but yeah. So what are y'all doing today? Here in Bronzeville, it's going to rain, I think, quite a bit. And so it'll be muggy. I curled my hair this morning, but it's already on its way out. So what are y'all doing? Anybody doing anything cool? And for those of you in the bushes, thank you for being there. I appreciate it. Anybody making anything today? I have lots of work to do. And I'm waiting on an order of flock to come in. I don't know. Hey, Barb, welcome. Good morning. I ordered some flock from the Rhinestone World. And, they're going through their changes, and they're apparently moving from Florida to somewhere else or somewhere to Florida. And so orders are not going to be here and I am totally out. Thank you, Nikki. Appreciate it. I wish I had a better voice. Hey, DB, welcome. DB's ear sewer, I heard last night. Embroidery. That's cool. Yeah. So I ordered the flock. I have a couple of big orders to do, and I am totally out of flock. I even took some from Kim. Kim gave it to me. And even then, I didn't get everything cut out. So everybody's on hold. You got to wait because I can't do anything until I get my order. And I have taken 3 pieces. I hadn't had to do this for a while, guys. And I'm taping them together so I can, because one of the files is got 3 pieces, right? 3 big colors. And so I've cut 2 and I need 1 more. So I'm going to piece this together so I can cut it. So at least I can do those 2 shirts. And it's over 4,000 stones. It's a lot of stones. It's a big orator and cheer palms and things like that. So I got to get that done. All right, let's see. Barb says the 3D rose flower dragon printed. Oh, good. Next up, a butterfly dragon. They're for your grandkids. That's nice. Um, that's really good. I love the dragons, and they just take a long time. My goodness, they take a long time, but I love them. They're so pretty. They're really pretty. So that's cool. I love it. I today, let's see. Well, I actually from the orders from the Facebook sale, I need to make a couple of things. Um, I need to make another Taz because somebody ordered a Taz. I don't know if y'all see. I don't know who all seen what. So I talk about things, and I don't want you to not know. But I did a Taz, Tasmanian Devil, and it's right here. I have it sitting over here, so I wouldn't knock it down today. So someone ordered it, so I am going to make him for that person. It's got a little stand. Then I also need to make a couple of magnets. I need to make a couple of magnets. I need to make a couple of frogs with the magnets in the paws. So I got to do that first, and then I'll continue with all the things that I like to do, all the extra stuff, you know. But you know, it's hard. Let's see. I need to do a task. You do, and it's cool. I love it. But you know, Michael Jordan and Taz, they're ones I was in love with when I was a young mother, young teacher. Yeah. So I make a lot of things for myself, and then I put them out there. Say, okay, if anybody wants them, then I'll make extras. So I'm gonna have to. I think we're gonna have to put my. I had a big fish tank, and if you follow me, then you know that at one point my husband cleaned that fish tank, and my fish died. My snails died, which I think I like the snails more than the fish, but I'm not sure. I guess they both go together. Maybe if I turn the camera down a little bit, it won't catch that light. Maybe that'll be better. It won't be flickering in your face. So, yeah, I had a big fish tank, and in that fish tank, I had these Chinese fish with the little bubble head, that brain thing on the outside. And I did one the other day, and I painted it to look like one of my fish, one of my favorites. Melanie, actually, was her name. And he cleaned it, and I don't know, they all died. The whole tank went down. And so then, but how can you complain when he did it for you? So, you know, it's like, okay, thank you. So my grandchildren today at their school, they were like, you need to do it to fill up the tank. And I said, yeah, we'll try to wash it. And where my husband says, just put the 3D one in there, and it'll look great. So I'm not sure yet. Barbie, you're working on jelly roll fabric. I heard all about that last night. And I was like, what is that? So I'm in the dark on the sewing, embroidery, or what, because my machine's right back there. It's right behind these guys. And I consider taking it out all the time just so I can try to do a little bit of things, which I need to, because I loved it when I did it. I get consumed with the orders and the things that I have to do right now. As a matter of fact, I was listening last night, and I was on when Eve was talking on the baby's booty, and she was saying about the DTF printer, and you have to want that, and I totally agree. I started out with the vinyl, HTV vinyl, and I made shirts that had 20 colors, and I would have to weed and do, and oh my God, it was a lot. And all I ever wanted at that point was a printer that would print it for me. I wouldn't have to do it, right? Because it was a lot of work. And it started out as a hobby. Everything in our world starts out as a hobby. It's just for fun. But something in me always says, you can sell it. And if you can sell it, you can make money. And you can buy more things that you want to make. That's the way my little brain works. So, let's see. I'm sorry. Oh, you're in a private room? Okay, good. Barb says, I planned to 3D print smaller cards to roll. Cool. That's cool. I am, so that's the way my brain has always worked. It's great. It's fun. I'm making it. And then someone says, hey, can you make me that? You know, hey, can I have that? Or will you do that for the school? Which was a lot of when I used to do pictures and things like that. Not a photographer, but I had a really nice camera and I could take pictures. So I started taking school pictures. I started making school shirts. So, that's how you get into the selling. And it becomes addictive because you can make good money and you can buy more things. And that's what I do with it. I buy more things. I've been doing really well this last month or so, 2 months. But it all has to go back because she's right. Eve was right. The DTF printer, you buy it, it's a large amount of money, then you have to buy the filament, and you got to buy the ink, and you got to work it, because if you don't work it every day, I can tell you from experience, it goes down. So it's a big commitment. But if it's something that you like and you're going to do because you love it and all that, it's going to be good. It's worth it. Gail says, and love snails. I do love snails. I have video of my snails in the tank because they crawl up on things or they float up on things, whatever. And then if you watch long enough, they'll drop. And it's like they literally take a step off and they go, and I love it. It's like, did you see that? Did you see that? And when the grandbabies were little, we would sit in our little chairs in front of the tank and we'd watch it. And we'd watch the fish swim by, and then you'd see, look, the snail's going up on this plant. And then the snail would all the way down. So I was always recording. I love it. I love them. They're so cool. And it's the water ones and the yellow water ones. They're cool. So I did listen to her last night, and I agree wholeheartedly on the DTF printer. You have got to use that machine or it goes down, and it's expensive. And I vow the next time that thing goes down, that's it. It's going in the backyard and it's done, because you have to keep putting so much money into it. Now, do I make money? Yes, I do. And I sell prints. Barb, does the Rhinestone World still sell the bling anything? Yes, they do. Yeah, they do. As far as I know, they're going to continue. That's what I heard. So I sell prints, and I sell them really, in my opinion, from what I understand, inexpensive. I sell by $5 for an adult size print. Now I'm not saying it's a 12 by 12, but it's an adult size print, whatever it is. Sometimes I'll get one that's 6 inches, 6 by 11. Well, that's an adult size print. So that's $5. I don't do gang sheets. I don't say, every 24 inches is so much money. I don't do it. It's just too much, Hey, Jennifer, welcome, baby girl. Baker McBake, welcome. Hi, guys. I'm trying to make sure. I don't want to miss anything. But, it's all what you decide you want to do. That's just the way it is, and with everything. I have found that the majority of things that she said about people wanting things and thinking it's nothing to just say, can you do this? And, you got 5 seconds to get it done. That is so true. I have a customer, and I don't think she watches anyway, but I have a customer that wants a bling shirt, and then wants this added, and wants that added, and wants that added, and then says, oh, but can you make it? I'm like, no, I can't. That's redoing the whole thing, sweetheart. I mean, I know you don't understand, but you think you do. You get that, and you make it, and that's the size. This is what you told me. And so, you might lose a customer. It's just that way. And when can it be ready? Can I have it by tomorrow? No. There's people in front of you. And it's so hard for me to say no. Thank you, Gail. It really is. It's hard for me to say no, and I try not to. And I've done a lot of things that people ask me, and I've done them immediately. And guess what? They don't come back. They didn't even come get that. So you have to ask for money up front, because once they pay for something, they're going to be there. But it's hard. Business is hard, and they're going to take advantage, and they're going to get whatever they can for as little as they can. Thank you, that's great. And one of her pet peeve about they send you a picture and can you make this? Oh, they do it nonstop. Can you make this? And I'm like, how about if I just order and I charge for it, right? Because I can pay $2.45 for that SVG or PNG, and it take hours out of my time. So I don't know why they don't order it from there. But, it comes sometimes when you get tired, you say, I don't want to do it anymore. And then 5 seconds later, somebody orders something and you're back in it. And so I enjoy it. I don't know. I'm saying, if I didn't have these things, what would I have? Yeah, I go work 2 days a week. I'm not wanting to do that, but I'm doing it. Money's good, right? So it's I guess all about the money. I guess. But yeah, it's good. And then, I'm always going to be doing something. I'm going to be crafting on something, which brings me to today. Today's craft I have never done, but I did see a man do it, and I can't remember the outcome because I may not have stayed that long. I've got a little bit of ADHD, and so I hit and go all the time. So thank you, Gail. Gail's putting, I think he's got the little thumb up. Or something, puppy. Can't see that. I can't see. I'm barely being able to read this. So, and I took my glasses off because I could see the light was glaring on them, and I don't want to bother you. So I'm hoping it's not going to be a big disaster. I will say that with anything you're going to use heat, and I'm not using an open flame, that's a plus. But I am using my heat gun, and I'm going to tell you about the heat gun. This thing, it gets hot. Okay, I burnt myself. When I guess it was one of the first few times that I used it. I had it in this hand, my left hand, and I'm doing whatever. And when I reached, I touched it, and it was like a 3rd-degree burn. It was bad, and a big blister, and it had several layers of skin were missing. It was bad. So you definitely need to be very careful when you use something that's hot. This or the open flame, which I do like. Hey, Up Designs, thank you for watching. That's awesome. No worries. We all say hello and thank you. Danny, I just had to reject the order for, oh my goodness. Oh, that's a lot in less than 2 weeks. Yeah. I would charge an expedite, and that will tell you right there if they really want you. If you charge the fee, that they're either going to run, or your price is low enough that they're going to stay. So it's like, it's crazy. I did have a guy that contacted me, and he was like, well, I need 4 pickleball shirts, and I want the name on the back, and I'm going to send you the logo, and then if you could just add something cool. Okay, well, my cool at 60 might be a little different than your cool at 27 or 25. Yeah, so those are kind of hard because I think I'm cool. Okay, I think I'm cool. But that doesn't mean, you think I'm cool. So, and I said, okay. And he's like, well, keep me, in the loop. I need to know. I said, honey, my generation, we're responsible, and we keep everybody in the loop. But he was supposed to send me the PNG. He was supposed to send me this, and I never received it. So just yesterday afternoon, I texted and I said, hey, I never received the This is my little stone, and I really like it. I never received the P&G, so I can't move forward. So if you need it by the 13th, you know, everybody's got a deadline, and I ain't getting it. So yeah, business is tough, but you have to really like it. And I think some people are good at setting rules and sticking to them. And for everybody, it's got to be for everybody. And I'm not that. I'm not very good at that. You know, I'm not. I did get a young girl last night that asked me if I could. Can you do this? And it was a bulldog. And I said, well, I already have one in there in my thing. Did you not see it? But she wants one instead of facing the front. She wants to the side. She wants a bow. Okay, well, yeah, you have to purchase the custom design. And so she did. So that I'll be working on, you know, or they'll send you a shirt that's already been blinged and they want it just like that. That's not going to happen. I don't even know what size stones those are. You know, I'm like, I can do that design in rhinestones. It's not going to be the same size. It's not going to be exactly the same. And if you want it, then you pay the custom design fee, and then I'll send you the SVG. That I'm okay with. But a lot of other things, especially things that are at home, you know, I'm not good here in town because I don't charge them enough. I don't. And I should. I should. Okay, so I'm going to turn on my screen. Let me see if anybody has anything to say before we go. Let's see, Danny. On top of that, I was only charging $25. Back. Whatever. Sorry. Wow. If they were quoted $11, then they should go with that $11 because that's a lot. Yeah, definitely. You go. I mean, honey, I'm a small business and I can't. Okay, last thing. I order A4. A4 is a brand of shirt that I order that I get at a very good price. Okay, it's a dry fit and I like them a lot. Well, this one customer doesn't want A4. She wants this other brand that I have to go by regular retail price. And you're talking from $3 to $8. Well, I'm not going to take that loss. So you take the loss. You know, like this is what it is. And so it's like, oh, well, you know, when it's on them, it's a little different. How do you create your prices? To be honest, I try to get what I can get. Like I feel people out and I know them that I've sold to them. If you're talking to me about like online, I can tell you that rhinestone shirts start at 35 and they start at 35 and I go up to so many stones. If over 2,000 stones, it's 45 and it's 55. So yeah, that's the way I do it. DTF, I always start plain, one plain front, $15. Everything else is a $3, a $3, a $3, a $3 sleeve, $3 back, $3, you know, because that's the way I do it. I try to keep with Kimmy because we're both doing the same thing. We both sell to Brownsville people, so I wouldn't want to undercharge, and you know what I mean, take business from my sister. So we always go together. Like we try to say, this is what I'm charging. If she doesn't feel like she could do the rhinestones this time, I can't. I'm just not there. She'll send them to me. And then if they want cups or something like that she's been doing lately, you know, I'll send them to her. But I do much better online than I do home, local. Much better. Because home doesn't like to pay. I would think that those people that are charging $11 have a big business and they're able to buy in bulk and they're, you know what I mean? There's a difference. If you want to support the small business person, you're going to pay a little more. Because here in this, let me tell you, hold on. I'd have a drink before I could go to this next one. Let's see. I didn't even ask why. I don't believe they were quoted that low price. No. Yeah, people say what they want to say, you know. What was I going to tell you? God, I lost it. I really did. I had something I wanted to say. Hi, Stacy. Welcome. Yeah, I'm in here. I got to get started on something. I was going to tell you something about the ordering. Oh, I know what it was. There was a woman that was a winter Texan, and so that means she comes to Texas, and during the winter months, and she asked me to teach her how to do the rhinestones, and I did, and I gave her some pluck, and I did, and then she turned around and the lady was buying from me shirts, and she started selling to her, and I was like, that's fine. You know what? There's more than enough. But then that lady started making and started selling to the people here. And I said, okay, that's it. I'll back out and you can have it. And then, of course, eventually they come back because they're not here. So it's just a lot. And I don't want to play those games. I'm here to have a good time. And I don't want to be somebody's ripoff, So you do what you got to do. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, and I'll turn on my camera in just a second, put my little clay over here, is, the 3D printers, they poop a lot. And so I have one little box that's right here because I just put some of these over here, but I put it in boxes, and I've been saving to do this. And this is the last box that I've been saving, and it is full to the rim. And the thing is that some of them are really pretty color combinations. They're really pretty color combinations. And other ones, not so pretty. They're, brown and poop. And so, put this down. So, 2 cameras. All right. Let me see. I'm sorry, just one second. I want to make sure I can see this here. Okay. Because I have y'all really zoomed in on me, so I don't have to see everything. I can see what you're saying and stuff. All right. So I'm looking at the camera to see what is this. Okay, so this is the printer, and that's the laptop. Let's see if I can get you closer. Okay. Now you see my whole laptop, though. But, oh well. I'm trying to move forward a little bit. Okay. All right. I think you can see. Okay. So let me move these out of here. So these are different molds, silicone molds that I have. And these are actually from... what is it? Resin. Let's Resin, which these are for the Stanley cups. And I've got some coasters, some letters. So I have different ones. I thought we'd check it out and try to do some today. So what I saw on the YouTube was they take the poop and they melt it down with a gun or with an oven or whatever, and they make different art with it, right? It's not going to be everyone's taste, but I think that they could look cool in certain situations. Now, this gun gets really hot, so definitely you're going to need to use protection for that. Just be careful. And then I wrote down a couple of things I want to make sure and tell you. I've got some things to handle it with. Sorry, I'm out of camera. I wish I could. Let me see if I can just do this one camera. The arch, let me see. Pull this one this way, and then go to this. There we go. You can hear me. All right. So I have some safety stuff here. I've got the mitt. I've got everything that I think we're going to need, right? So we're going to go with it. I know I'm missing one thing because I know I brought it in here, but I don't know where it is. And I think I'll be fine. I thought we'd start with one of these metal cookie trays. I I don't have anything to put here. So I'm not sure if they're going to pop out, but we'll try it. So I thought this was wide open metal, and the whole thing is, I want to make something with this. I thought, okay, if I make this heart, after I get it, I can always put a little of the UV resin on the top to make it smooth. I can drill a hole and hang it on a wall. You know, I'm just, right now, my purpose is to see if we can get this done. All righty. Let me see if I can see, so I can see the conversation too. If I don't catch, just do me a favor and re-say it, because I'm going to be looking at both, trying to. So we're going to try it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. So I have different colors, and I said, well, I'll just select the ones I think. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Let's just put a few in there, and we'll see what we can do. And I thought at first I would try a few at a time and then add as we go to see, but this is kind of full already. So I could not find the mitts that I use with the oven, but as long as I'm not going to touch this little pan or touch this, I should be good. Okay, I do want to stress that. I don't want anybody to go home and, you know, get out there and decide to do this and get burned. And we'll see how long it takes. I may need to mute, but I can't. You're going to have to hear the noise because I can't mute because my sound comes from up there. Oh, yeah, I can. I'm sorry. I was brain dead. Hey, Karen, welcome. Good morning. We're just about to get crazy. All right. So let's see. Come on. Did I not plug you in? I think I did. Let me see. Hold on. I know I did. I know I plugged it in. Oh, the extension cord's not plugged in. Okay, so in this, we've been having a lot of electrical problems, and this back room where I'm at, the sunroom, the power was jumping. So we had to have the electrician come out and had to get some heavy duty plugs for a couple of the, like my heat press takes a lot. And so every time I would use it, everything would jump. So I hope I don't miss, but thank you for being here. And if you're in the bushes, you're appreciated just as much as everybody else. All right, let's see. It doesn't sound too loud. So I hope you can see it. It's moving around. It's doing a little dance. One thing I considered doing, which I may do, is add a layer of resin to the bottom. And that's why I have the resin out. I'm going to add some more. That's why I have the resin out, because I thought, you know what, maybe I should put a little bit of resin at the bottom and then have it, you know, so it kind of gives it a base. So we'll try this, and then the next, what we'll do is I'll add a base of resin. And we'll see how it goes. And I'm not touching anything but this filament, so I'm good. Yeah. We'll go this high. I want to make sure, though, I don't want all these gaps, but I am going to put resin at the end that would fill the gap up. I think that's a good thing. Because it's not going to melt into a liquid, okay? Uh-oh. It's not going to melt to a liquid. That's not going to happen. I wonder if that's burned. I don't remember seeing it that color. Oopsie. Let's not use brown because brown looks burned. Put a little bit on this side. No brown. No brown. That was, oh, hey, it came right out, guys. Let me see. I just said I wasn't going to have to touch it. And look, I'm touching it because I want to put it back. And I don't want this in here. Oh, no. I don't want brown there, but it's going to have to stay. Okay. Let's get a little bit more. Okay. And I thought it would be cool if I could get something to work, you know, and have some cute little art stuff. And And it was recycling too. We were recycling this poop. Now, I have, Eve mentioned it the other day, and I've been wanting to do it as well. I saw them doing it on YouTube. Is putting putting 3D filament on shirts, and the filament that they're using is not just the PLA. They're using the TPU, which is rubbery, which they've been, like, making basketballs with it, and it's rubbery. I don't have any of that. It's it's not something that I've gotten to use yet. And then sometimes you have to change the nozzle, and I don't want to change the nozzle. Let's see. Good morning. Miss Lady Bear's just saying good morning. It's getting heated. Okay, so I'm going to go high, and then I'll go low and not get too close, because I don't want it to burn by any means. I just want it to melt. And then I'm going to add some UV resin to fill those holes. And make it a solid, Okay. Add more. And I don't know how thick I need it, so I'll be watching in case anybody has any thoughts. I just kind of wanted to do it, but I want it to look like a heart, and if I don't get these pointy areas filled, it's not going to look like a heart, right? So I'm just going to move it around till I can, and then we may just try the resin and see how it goes. See what it looks like, because that's going to take a while, and we'll start on another one. Oh, come on. Not cooperating with me, because I want it down in this part right here. All right. Okay. Let's see. Trying to coax it. Now, I didn't see them on YouTube poking at it. That's just a me thing. All right. Well, let's try. We'll add some resin to it. Let me see if there's anything I need to read in the comments. Oh, what do you make with your 3D printer? But you can't decide. Okay, so I'm right now. Hey, Marisa, welcome. Happy Monday, honey. Okay, I love mine. I had an Ender 3, which is an open one, about 5 years ago, and I made a lot of. It was a one color one, right? But I made a bunch of different things that I would then paint and sand and put filler and paint. It was a different process. Okay. Let me show. So I made things like this with the Ender 3. I did it in a one color, and then I sanded it. I sprayed it with filler. I sanded it, and then I painted it. And I loved this. This to me is very. To me, it's art. Okay, this is art, and I like this kind of stuff. I loved it, actually. Now, the new printers are the Bamboo Lab P1S. They're enclosed, and they do sell the A1 Mini and the other one that are open. But this one's closed, and it's got the 4 colors, and I love it too. It's different. Someone told me the other day, "Oh, you're so talented." I said, "No, baby, that's me buying a file. That's me setting it up, and the machine prints it. And I love it. But does that mean talent? No. No, but do I enjoy it? Yes. Yeah, I like that. And the things that I've been doing these days are the little fidgety toys, like the floppy. I love this floppy. I did go in there and paint these things, pick the filament. I mean, I did a good job picking the filament on this. This is beautiful. I love this floppy. So it's just a different, it's a different kind of expression. And I love it. Thank you. I made a bigger one for my son, and he has it in his truck. It's the same thing, only it's about yay big, 8, maybe 7, 8 inches. So yeah, it's just different, right? Nothing, not that it's wrong. It's just different. So I'm going to add some UV, and I had color, but I'm not going to color it right now. And I have another bottle if I need it, because I'm not going to be able to get it to the bottom on everything, but I can always flip it out. And that's why I should see. I think I should have gone from the top, because I really need to put a lot to even this out. I also considered using the regular epoxy that I'm used to using. Just mix it up, then set it to the side and let it cure 8 hours. But I didn't get that out, so we won't be doing that. I'm going to cure this a little bit. We'll talk, and then I'll add more, and we'll go from there. I'm going to let it drip down a little bit. So today, I just thought, let's see what we can do. This design and stuff is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I know that. I'm like looking for 90. Okay, there we go. All right. So we'll let it go, and then we'll check it out. But let me go back over here so you can see me, and we'll talk. Hey. Okay. So I don't know why I like 3D. I love it, and I can sit and watch it. It goes back and forth and all around, and back and forth and all around, and it from the bottom to the top. And a lot of these things, I remembered what I was going to tell you guys from the beginning. Okay, so a lot of the 3D things, or little toys and stuff, are really good material, and they're sturdy. They're not flimsy and cheap. They're sturdy. You want a multi-motor 3D? Ooh, then definitely you should get it if that's what you want. Why not? If you can afford it, get it. I love it. And we'll talk about something else, okay? So, and I don't know if it's just here where I live, right next to the border. Everything can get made in Mexico, across the border, 15 minutes from where I'm at, standing, for a lot cheaper. They can make everything cheaper. Shirts, $6. They make everything cheap. So when you have people that can go and get it over there, they have family over there, they come back and forth from Matamoros, from Mexico, they go eat. They're going to buy what they can buy for as little as they can get it. Let's see. I don't want to miss anything, but I can't see. Which one is your favorite machine of this time? Well, the one I like is the P1S. Now, I watch a girl, a lady, her name is Jen. Trying to remember her name. The Crystal Gecko. She has several machines. They send them, right, because she has a following. So they'll send her the new Flash Forge machine. And so she's trying them all out. And I watch her channel. I live vicariously through her. And she had issues with the P1S. But because it's the one I got, and when it was so easy to set up, and I turned it on, and I put the stuff on, and I just never stopped after that. And it was so easy. And I really like it. Now, I'm having issues, but to be honest with you, that's not the machine that caused it. That was that I had a power outage and surge or whatever. And when it came back on, the machines continued banging. So their little nozzle head got twisted. and that's what's wrong with them. So I've changed it, but one of the parts that it needs for the temperature has it's not working. So I'm waiting for them to come in. Sorry, but you know, I like this one, and I love 4 colors. And would I like 8 colors? Sure. But you know how long it takes me to go and find a design that I want to make? There's thousands of them. With this, you get free access to Maker's World. And there are literally thousands of things to make. And I will look and look and look, and then, okay. And then, well, colors. And then you have to decide the color. And then you got to put the colors. It's not something that I can do in 5 minutes. I could if I didn't care what I was making, you know, but I have to like it. So it's hard. Correct me. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Okay, I told you about the machine. I bought a lot of UV resin when I moved. Yeah, I thought I'd be making glitter pins. Oh, yeah. I still want to. Reynosa, Mexico. That's okay. So Reynosa is by McAllen, and it's right there. And sales are better online. I don't know. Honestly, I've never, ever. Oh, I don't like that. Why is that showing me, not the thing? Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry. I was freaking out. I've never ordered online. I know people that work with the school district, and when they're going to go to Mexico, they're like, hey, you need anything for Matamoros from Mexico? And yeah, I need this or this or this, whatever it is, you know, and they'll go get it. My husband goes across and gets medication all the time. You know, we send antibiotics or I take it to my daughter in San Antonio for when they get sick. So, you know, it's just a different world when you live next to a country that has everything very inexpensive. And so we're going to take a look at this. I do not think that it's ready, so we'll wait 90 seconds, and then we'll take a look, and then we'll move it to the side, and I'll keep it going, and we'll start a new one, okay, guys? And I don't like my stomach is showing. Look at this. Oh, my God. I should put my apron on. I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, let's see. But to put glasses on, that helps. Wow. Okay, now we're good. I don't know why I wasn't doing that. Let's see. We're going to check it, and then if it still needs time, we're going to move it over so we can move on to the next thing. Which we're just going to try it again, but I'm going to put UV at the bottom. So, and everything will be cool by the time I touch it, so we don't have to worry. I did want to do one of these other ones, but we'll see. All right. So, yeah. So what else was I going to tell? I had something I said, oh, I'm going to tell you about that. Oh, about the 3D, the toys. So the toys are really, really nice. They're good. So Gail, you go shopping in, yeah. And anyway, the toys, they're really good. But over here, there's like the flea markets, and people, I don't know if they're making them or they're buying them from Mexico, or it says time to stand. I am standing. What's wrong with these people? So I don't know, you know, if they're making them or what they're doing, but hey, I don't see. Where's my little flipper? I don't like the resin is like within. Okay. I like this side, but I do want more resin. It's got resin in it. It's holding. I want more resin because I want it to be level, right? So I'll add some more resin, and look how easy that popped out. Ta-da! That was good. Okay. Well, I guess we can do this. And I'm going to move this one over, and I'm going to add more resin to it. I'm going to put some resin on this one, and then I'm going to get, I'm going to cure it, and then I'll add more resin to the other one. And it's just a thin coat. I just want it to have a thin base to be, you know, maybe this is big too. I can go to one of the smaller molds after this. One thing I think that I need to get in my little brain here is that it is not going to melt and become like fluid liquid. The filament's not. That's not the way it works. And my brain kind of wants it to do that. You know? Where's my little heat gun? My heat gun. It's got some bubbles. Although my son and I were talking, and you know, sometimes the bubbles they're cool. Sometimes they're not. It's at the bottom. Okay. I'm not going to get rid of all of them, but that's okay. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, go. And then I'm going to add some more to this one right here. If I get one out of this, that's right. This is older. Let me go ahead and go one screen. There we go. Am I missing anything? Yeah, did you make that? Yes. Yeah, this is the poop that comes out when you're making something that has multiple colors. And they call it the poop. And it comes out the back of the machine. And I'm going to have to get out the other. I have my good filament, the one UV that I like a lot. And I didn't want to just, I thought, you know what? I'll just use the old bottles. Because I have a couple of them. Okay. Heat that up. And grab the other one. So this is trial and error. I'm going to just check it out. If I like it, you know, cool. I'll have something to sit out. I got to start thinking about, oh, hold on. I'm coming, just a second. I want to start thinking about Christmas. You know, I can make a few things that my nephews and nieces would like, and their children, you know. We'll see. This is the one that I like a lot. It's Mr. Resin, professional. It's UV. I like it. And it works really well. I just don't want to use it all on something that's probably not going to work. If that makes sense to you. Alrighty. I'm going to end up probably filling that with the other resin because I do have a lot of it. Okay, so let's see. It's still curing. Yeah, but the toys are really good. They're sturdy. They're not like flimsy little, you know, things about to break. This is the Chinese, the lion. This one was a fail. I made two of them at the same time. And one of them was perfect. And I thought both of them were perfect until I looked at this right here. And I realized, uh-oh. I mean, you may be able to clean it up, and there are, I have a little wand that I might be able to make it look better. But right now, I mean, this is really sturdy. It's nice. This is going to go to my daughter-in-law's classroom. She teaches special ed, so it's going to go over there, and the kids will play with it when they have their playtime. And so it's all right. It'll have a life. But it's sturdy, and it's nice. And I love to think that a child's going to play with it and you know, enjoy it. Because that's what they're supposed to be for. Like me, I like mine to sit there and look real pretty. And when I look at them, I like them. Okay, I'm going to move this one. I wonder if it's ready at all. Oh, yeah. Good. I'll show you. Coffee. You continue over here. So this is already, it's pretty cured. And you can feel the heat at the bottom of this. And that's not from anything but this here. So the next thing, well, maybe we can do two. I have a balloon dog. See how I don't remember. Like, I don't remember if this is going to be well under heat, but I think it does, because when you use epoxy resin, it gets hot. So I think we're good. All right. So what colors? I think we're just going to hit and miss, guys, and it's going to be all kind of confetti colors, because I don't want to try to keep choosing, you know. So we're just going to go confetti. Well, that's too big. And I'm not sure about the little dog, but we'll try. I may end up just saying, nope, no dogs allowed. No dogs allowed in this one, but we'll see. Throw that back. I have so much of this, and I've thrown away a lot. So that tells you I'm printing like a crazy fool. Hey, Jesse Gibson, welcome. I have a child care, so that's why I'm mainly. Oh yeah, that's cool. I honestly, I'm like, if you're gonna go and buy something for a kid, say you're going to your child's friend's birthday party, I think that this could be a good way to go. They're cute. They're very good quality. The prints are not fragile and cheap, or they're pretty good. I don't know if I have too much black here. I'm trying not to pick colors, but I'm picking colors, okay? All right, so I'm going to add some heat, and we'll go from there. But try this one. If this one looks like it can't handle this heat, then I'll take it off. But it should be okay. And I don't want to get too close. So I'm hoping that this would come out and look cute. Something, sit it out. It's thick enough to be sat out on the counter. I'm kind of trying to stay a little bit further away. I'm going to add some more. Just get it down a little bit. And I think what I'll do is after I get off, I'll mix up some regular epoxy, and I'll pour that epoxy over it and let it cure, and then we'll see how it looks. Add some more. But I do want to make sure that I stress that you need to be careful not to touch that heat, because these things do get really hot. And I'm not good at following my own rules, so that's just the way I am. But then again, I have been burned before. Just heard my phone go off for some reason. All right, let's see. We'll get a couple more in here, then we'll melt it down a little again. If anyone's done this before, let me know. I wonder. I wonder if like I said, if it's going to be anything, it's going to be art. It's not going to be, and not everybody's going to like this kind of art. I don't even know if I would like it, but it's kind of graffiti-ish, and I like graffiti. Okay. Let me put a little one back here. See if I can get it in here and then melt it down. All right. Blue right there. Okay. I'm starting to be too picky. Oh, and then I did take out some resin colors in case I wanted to do a layer at the bottom. A layer at the bottom for it to sit on or seal, and I enjoy this kind of stuff. I want to do pottery. I like, see what comes out. Trying to get it in there. And try not to go too hard because I don't want it to burn. I did see one of the men on YouTube. He put it in the oven and he baked it. That's kind of cool. And we'll see how this one looks compared to the other one, because this one has the base with the UV. Okay, let me add some more. And check the chat, add some more. My little poker, my straw's getting stuck. It didn't go fast enough, I guess. Okay, so let me see if I'm missing anything. Any comments, concern? Let's see. Have you ever made a vase yet? Ooh, I have made. I have made, and I have one for sale, real pretty. Now, on the vases, you have to, well, in my opinion, this is only my opinion, you just have to make sure that they have a thick enough base bottom and sides, because if you're going to put water in it, okay, that's if you're going to put water in it. Because for dried flowers and for artificial flowers, yeah, I think they're really pretty. Valentine's Day, I made these little vases for my mom and my sisters and my nieces. And well, that didn't work very well because I had fresh flowers. And I put these fresh flowers in there with water, and they were definitely not good enough to add water. The water started seeping out. It was bad. But I thought that counts, right? Hey. And then I made my mom a really a thick one, a good one that was okay later. But you know, they're pretty. And I know who is it? Is it just who is it that makes the real pretty, really pretty vases? I saw them on Facebook, and my brain is fried at this moment, so I can't remember. But oh, hey Cheryl, welcome, baby. We're just trying to do some different art stuff. We're checking it out. You know, I kind of like things that are a little different. And so I had seen this. Oh, the other, and I liked it. The other thing is I want to be able to put it on shirts. And you know, I saw a guy who put on a shirt and it looked really cool. And then the comment was, that was made was, yeah, well, after, you know, a few washes, it's going to peel off. And I'm like, that could be true. Yeah, I'm sure it is true. You know, it's not meant to go there, but do I think it can be cool? Yes. Can you hand wash it? Yes. Can you not put it in the dryer? That might work. You know, there's always ways around it. Maybe you don't want it to last for 7 years. Maybe you just want to wear it and be cool, you know, a couple of times. So I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to look at everything, and somebody's trash is somebody's treasure or something like that. I know that's a saying. That's a saying. I know. Okay, we're gonna go with this, and oh, not that brown one. I don't like the brown. I'm not against that. I just don't like it in this thing. So I'm going to melt this a little bit more, and then I'm going to do the UV resin. So I'm not going to go here with any, I mean, not UV, with the epoxy. So I'm not going to do any more other than that. Let me hit this again, and I'm going to melt and try not to touch so that I can get it just kind of down a little bit further. And then I'll add some epoxy on there and make it level. And then we can go from there, right? I thought this was going to be super loud. I hope it's not. I'm not sure. But I mean, here in my kitchen, in my room here, it's not loud. So I hope it's not too loud for you guys. Hey, Renee. Guys, if I missed you, I'm sorry. Welcome. I want it to get in here, because I don't want it to stick out of the resin. and I put the resin in it, or not the resin, but the epoxy. My words are all wrong. I want to get in here. I'm going to add more because it's not getting down there. It's pretty hot, pretty fast. I don't know. This is pretty tough filament. It's, that extruder must be getting really hot when you do it because it's not melting that much. Okay. I just want to add a little bit in this down here at the tail and maybe at this foot here. And then I'll put it to the side and I'm going to add epoxy. And now I can show you guys. 8 hours later. All right. It says, is that, yes, baby. It's the poop. They call it the poop. It's the poop from where you make the prints, the 3D prints. And if you don't know, if you have a multicolored print, you're going to have a lot of poop. And that's where they get to be a little more expensive. You know, the ones that you see that are all these colors, beautiful colors, you know, beautiful colors like this one. Okay. So this Chinese lion, it was made all at one time. I didn't put the eyes in later. I didn't print the white and put it on later. It was done all at one time. And it was done in layers like this. So when it came on, the very first layer, red and white came next. And don't forget that there's yellow. So all these 3 colors had a color change. It was red, then it comes out and it goes, the next one goes in. Yellow, a layer. It goes out, white, and then red, and it goes that way. So 17 hours later, this thing will be at the top doing that last yellow. So it is a process, and it takes a long time if you do it like this. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the other one. I'm looking for a different one. Let's take Taz. Yeah, Taz. Okay. So Taz, on the other hand, he is his shoes. Yes, they did print all at one time, but it was his shoes. So that was, I don't know, 5 or 6 hours. Then his legs printed. I printed his legs along with his head up here. Okay. And that was whatever. Then I printed the little black parts. The shorts all printed together. So it was gray, and then it had a little bit of black at the top, the white, the jacket. So then I put it all together and glued it. So it's like, it all depends on what you're looking for. Okay. My love. This here is my love because she is beautiful. This is my love. She's just a beauty. Okay, how come I cannot figure? I'm getting glitchy, right? She took, oh my goodness, guys, hours and hours, day and a half, because she had to go pull out all these colors all along and add. So it's a definite process, and so that's going to be more time, more money, more expense, and a lot prettier. It's super pretty. So I really love that. So yeah, that's what the poop comes from. Yeah, that's my cherry blossom. She's the one. She's the big one, the biggest one that I have made, and she's for sale. She's perfect. She's perfect. I love her. Okay, so let me add one little piece here, and I'm going to turn this back on, and then do the final. I just kind of didn't want any gaps to just be all but I don't know if this is going to work, to be all epoxy. I wanted it to have the printing in it. So, but it seems to like pull away from the side a little bit. So let me turn it up. Might not be able to get in there in the nose area. Okay. But I will definitely, I'm going to put the epoxy in here. Then I'm going to let it cure. And then I will show you guys how it came out. I'll either post it in my community or maybe on Thursday, I'll just, during a break time or whatever, I can just show it. So y'all can just see how they came out. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool to see what you could do with this poop. And I know that they're coming up with ways to use it, and I just thought it was kind of cool. Okay. And it's not going to melt completely, but it will look a little more together. And I'll fill up the rest so that I can make it even, because I would like it to be level. I think this would be cute on a desk. Something cool. You can add a name to it or something. There's a kind of a dip here. I could go on for days trying to fix it. Yeah, recycling, and recycling is always good, right? All right. Get in there. There we go. Try to fill it up a little bit. But if you notice, it keeps getting stuck to my little stick. And then if I put too much, it shrinks away from the wall. I'm trying to say, can I lodge something in that corner there? I want to lodge something in there because I want it to have color. I'll do it before I do. Okay. All right. So my next step, I'll let this cool. Then when we get off, I'll mix up some epoxy and I will pour it in there and let it cure. And then I can show you. I think it's cute art, and I think that some people may like it. Like if someone gave me this and I could put it on my desk, I'd be like, hey, I love it, thank you, because it's kind of cool. It's different. It's coming from recycled products, and I think that's a good thing. Was there anything else we wanted to talk about? Because I want to make sure I didn't leave y'all hanging on any information about what I thought about the DTF printer. I really like my ProColor. I had one before that. Did not like at all. It was horrible. All Americans, whatever. But you know what? They all seem related. It just have a different name. So they could all be coming from the exact same company. You never know. We're going to check this one and see how it's doing. I don't want to touch it yet, though, because it'll be hot. Let me see. Let's look at it. Oh, it's cured. But I do think that, come on, maybe I need to do a little bit more. Let's see. There we go. If it doesn't come out on its own, you just have to pry it out. Okay, so the bottom's not quite cured yet because it's still a little bit wet. So I'll put it back and we'll keep going on that one. Maybe I should flip it over. I can flip it over, but I'll wait because then it's going to have a part that's going to be not nice. Come on. Okay, so anyway, let me see what we have. just got a call from somebody. Oh. Let's see. Go back to 2 cameras. All right. And then we'll move me over. And we'll go to 1. Okay. So that's what I wanted to try. I don't know. We've been on an hour and 20 minutes. I don't know if there's anything, any questions or, thank you, Renee. She is beautiful. And, it's like, I just think I could do a lot with these things here. You know what I thought about? I wonder if I could put them through something and make them choppy, you know? And I think you could make things a lot like more dense if they weren't so wound, but it would change the look. So I don't know. Flip it and cure it. You can feel. Okay, let's try. These are gonna go with the other. That one's hot. I can tell you it's hot. I can feel the heat coming right off of it. Yeah, I'll put y'all so you can see while I work on this, because we have a few minutes. I just don't like to keep y'all forever. That's my whole thing. You know, I feel like, okay, everybody's got a life. We all gotta go. I don't want anyone to feel guilty. So let's just do our hour and 15 minutes and we go. So, but I'll put it on and then, come on. It was already getting stuck again. Yeah, it's not level. So I'm going to cure this and then I'm going to level it out because I want it to be level. I want it to be pure, like fully squared, compacted, could sit on its side, that kind of stuff. So I'll have to add whatever I can to get that done. But this is something different, and I've been wanting to do it. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. I am going to order some of that TPU filament. I don't have any, and I am going to try and put on a shirt, and I will hand wash that shirt if that's what needs to be. I would think if you did cold water. Hey, Rosalind, thank you for being here. I think that okay, I know I kind of jump from one thing to the next, so let me stop. There's putting 3D filament on shirts. Okay, the ones that I have seen are using the filament that's called TPU. It is rubbery, right? So it's like a rubber. And they're putting it on shirts and a real thin layer, and you can press it on the shirt, and it's a cool design. It looks cool. If you didn't know it was 3D, you would think that it was some sort of a filament. A vinyl. Oh, you got your labs? Good. What'd they say? They're waiting for the doctor. Scans got to Friday. Oh, sorry, you have to go back. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Thanks, Gail. So, there's always going to be a Debbie Downer. Or I think the latest one is the Karen, right? But you do what you do. Do what you want to do. If I listened to those words, guys, I would definitely not be where I am today. Because I like to do a lot of things, and I don't do them. And I'm having to get down because I can't see. Definite prayers, yeah. What else do I want to do? See, I can go from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, and be very happy. I can remember when I first started doing the shirts with the vinyl. It was like, yay, and I loved it. And, there you go, weeding and all this. And then, geez, then you hear about all the new things coming out. Ooh, a printer that prints white. Oh, and then you want to go that way. And then now that I've got the DTF, I don't want to go back. My HTV and my glitter vinyl HTV is all used for patches. I think I had one lady that wanted a shirt, and she wanted the glitter HTV on it. And I even told her, you know what? I have a filament and I can use the DTF and it's got the glitter on it. She didn't want that. So I was like, okay, fine. So it's like, it's crazy. Oh, happy birthday, Rosalind. I didn't catch that. Happy birthday. So right now, I love my rhinestones. I really like rhinestoning, and I'm doing really well with my Etsy shop. So if you're buying from me, I appreciate it. It's going well. As a matter of fact, I asked my brother-in-law last night. He was here watching football, and I was like, "So what's going on with the Buffalo Bills?" And he was like, "Well, they're playing." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I kind of shut up. But, you know, I've had a lot of people interested in my Buffalo design, so I'm like, it's been good. It's been great. My website, I haven't got it going. I get notices every day from the company telling me that malware and this, that, and I've already checked and they said it's not malware. There's nothing on there. Nobody even goes there because it's not open yet. So I'm going to continue. Oh, it's her daughter's birthday. Okay. Thank you. Steelers. Okay. So, you know, I'm just like, I don't know. You have to do what makes you happy. And one day I'm going to learn that no matter what, I'm going to do what makes me happy. I'm not. But I want to. I cannot fit another thing in this room, guys. Because I'd love to get a pottery wheel and I'd love to get a kiln and make, I think, you know, I can see myself, oh yeah, I probably can't do a thing, but I think I can. And just like I think I can ski. I've never skied my whole life. But I figured, hey, as a kid I could skateboard. Why can't I ski? You know, I'd like to try to go skiing before I get too old. Or am I too old? I don't know. But that's life. And so at this stage, I can tell you, if you want a DTF printer, get one. If you got the money, get it. And if you don't like it, put it on eBay and sell it. That's it. Oh, night out crafting tonight. Thank you, Gail. Guys, I don't know that I'm going to be up past 10 because I really need to get sleep because I got to go to work tomorrow. But if you're up, Gail's going to be doing the night owl crafting, which I think is an awesome idea. Just not on Monday nights because I go to work Tuesday, Wednesday. But maybe we'll do it another night. So never ski. Oh, never ski. Never ski. I'd love to ski. I want to ski. But my husband he's not, he does not like cold. I mean, he doesn't like the cold weather. And I do. I do. So I would like to try it before I die. But we'll see. Those are just, you know, bucket lists. But back to that. Gail's got that coming. I think Miss Becky's on tonight. Gail's on Wednesday at 11:45. And then the Patch Hack is on Thursday at 5 o'clock Central. And I'm trying to get in as much as I can. So I may just pop up and you'll see me. And I'm just blinging because I've got a lot of things to do and talking. So if you see me, do me a favor and come on and say hi. Okay, so it starts at 9:15 Central. 4 real quick projects. That's what she's doing. At 9:15, she's going to start. I can go on for a little while, so I'll be there for a little while. All right, guys, I'm going to finish with this. I will show you the results of the epoxy and everything later, tomorrow probably, because it's going to take a while for it to cure. And I know I'm going to fill in this little head right here because I need it to be a little more level. So I'm going to mess with it. Oh, good. All right, Gail's gone in to see the doctor. And thanks, Dee. Thanks, everybody, for being here. If you were in the bushes, I truly appreciate everybody. And I'm going to be hoping my printers get up and going soon as the mail gets here. And I'll be moving on with that. But if you need anything, you have any questions, call me. I'm always available. And I thank you guys. That's it for today. See ya. See if I can get out of here because I always have trouble. Bye, guys.